Alright guys, we're making a video today. It's probably gonna step on a lot of toes and hurt some opinions. Or well, hurt some feelings. It's gonna be an interesting one. As you read by the title, this is gonna be talking about young people and hot rods. Personally, I know I fall into the younger guy category, but I see other younger people, even the kids younger than me, that are like going through school and stuff now. I see that as the future generation of hot rodders. I find it very important to appeal to them to try and keep this hobby alive. Even if like this Coronet or that Belvedere or those Ford trucks aren't their taste, whatever they come around to get into hot rodding, those guys are the future of hot rodding. And I kind of find it interesting because I wanted to talk about how a lot of the younger guys will kind of get on some of the Facebook pages and talk to people asking for some help or voicing about their own opinions they got. And it seems like all anybody ever does to a lot of them nowadays is bash them for wanting to be different. Like, guys, let's be real. We all like our cars the way we like them. Personally, I like that 70s era, street machine, like you'd see after somebody threw some day 2 wheels and stuff on it. But that stuff's outdated. Just like steel wheels and hubcaps and the stock motor, it's outdated. The kids, granted, while it's becoming very few of them that are actually interested in these old cars, and let's be honest, we all know the reason for that is because kids can't afford muscle cars nowadays. They've been priced out of the hobby. I mean, honestly, they're getting priced out of even pickup trucks like that nowadays. Kids aren't getting into classic vehicles, not because of video games, but because they straight can't afford them. And the ones that do manage to get away to be able to afford them, all it is just constant bashing for wanting to be different. Like, say, I'm definitely going to get some flack here, but feel free to voice your opinion. A perfect example is, say somebody has an option to buy a 440 that needs rebuilt for $1,500, or they can go to a junkyard and pull an LS complete with everything for $1,000 to stick in this here 66 Coronet. That's not what's happening, but obviously the kid that might bring home $400 a week, that LS is going to sound a lot more appealing than saving up months and weeks worth of your paychecks just to run a 14 second quarter mile. Like, come on. And not to mention, it's going to take a lot less work on those Gen 3 Hemi swaps, those Coyote swaps, LS swaps, to make those cars fast, and even as a dependable daily driver. I know this video is kind of all over the place with me talking about the young guys and just, I guess the importance is I'm talking about modernizing the future of hot rodding and definitely spreading a lot less hate. Because it's kind of depressing to see some kid will get on there and he might have a 383 or a 318 and he's going to leave it in there, but he wants to put 18s or 20s on his car. Personally, I'm not a fan. That's not my taste. But if he likes the wheels, that's his choice because it's his car. There's no need for all the comments of, go back and get your welfare check or all the crap like that. It's not needed at all. It gets really old. Let people enjoy these cars. Honestly, the 60s and 70s muscle cars, in the next 10, 15 years, I've got a feeling the market's not going to go like people are expecting, because a lot of the older guys are pushing the younger generation away. Now, I'm going to throw in here, granted, that's not all of them. I know some really cool old dudes that are more than happy to help hook younger guys up with deals on cars. They're happy to point them in the right direction. I know I got a buddy, I'm going to call out from personal example here, Deandra, I'm going to be talking about you. he inherited a 70 Roadrunner from his dad. And DeAndre's a great guy. First time I ever ended up talking to him, he had posted up that he had a 74 46-pack Roadrunner on one of the pages. Don't remember which one, but I shot him a message because I seen he was a young dude like me. Well, sure enough, me and him ended up hitting it off and talking a bunch since then. And he's had absolutely, besides his uncle helping him with some body work and some friends, he don't know anything about Mopars. He's been learning everything as he's going, and I've tried helping him with everything that I'm able to. But he's a really cool dude, and personally, his tastes are a little bit different than mine. But that's all right, because he's happy doing the hobby, and he's, like I said, he's just a really cool dude. But I think he was talking about Gen 3 Hemi swapping his car whenever he gets around to it. And to me, personally, I think that would be cool for him, because he's been working really hard to save his dad's old car. And I mean, I don't know how long it's been watching him trying to put that thing back together. I think I've been talking to him for a year or two now. And he comes straight to mind whenever I think about younger guys with the hobby, because I know he's had such a share of just trying to find out basic information, and people just bashing him on Facebook pages and stuff just for trying to learn. I mean, and the dude's a real good guy. Honestly, he's probably one of the nicest people I've ever met. I could not give a big enough shout out to him. But anyways, guys, if you're one of the younger people, don't get discouraged because some of the older dudes are a little bit rude or don't agree with your taste. If you're one of the older dudes, go out of your way to try and help a younger guy get into the hobby. We all want to see this hobby survive. We all want to see people enjoy it. Whether it's with something like this Coronet, something like this Mustang, or something like those Ford trucks. We all want to see people enjoy the hot rodding hobby, because, you know, it's just what we like. Anyways, guys, I know it's kind of a rant. There's not really much going on, but I'm just tired of all the hate and the negativity that keeps getting spread around on a lot of these classic muscle car pages. And honestly, I can see why a lot of the younger people get into the JDM stuff. Those pages are a lot more welcoming and forthcoming, especially to the younger generation. Yeah, again, sorry for the rant there, guys. I'm just, like I said, I'm tired of the hate and spreading the negativity. Just be nice. It's all it takes. Be nice. If some kid asks for help, don't sit there and tell him, oh, I wouldn't put 18-inch wheels on my car. 15-inch steel wheel dog dish. Just straight be like, hey, you may have to mini tub it, relocate your springs, whatever you got to do. Or, oh, you might have to get an adapter kit to put that transmission behind your LS or your Gen 3 Hemi or Coyote or whatever. Just be nice.